Hello, friends. It is a cloudy, rainy, cold day in Toronto, but that's not going to stop us. No. Today, we're going to go on the hunt for some Halloween decorations because I figure if there's any place in the city that's going to have good Halloween decorations, it's going to be around this area. So, we're going to be visiting Cabbagetown. We're going to be maybe a little Moss Park, definitely up to Bloor, and hopefully it doesn't rain the entire time. So, with that in mind, let us begin. You're currently in an area of very mixed residential. So, some residential, some commercial, a lot of different areas here. Should have a high population of children. So, as a result, we are going to try going down a lot of the side and back streets. And anytime we see a good Halloween decoration, I will try to point it out. I will also attempt to keep the camera dry because if it starts to rain again, I might have to cut the stream short. But y'all know how that works. But hopefully your day is less wet than mine. Because, oh lordy, it is wet. As wet as it gets. It's still nice. But it's certainly chillier, that's for sure. All right. No decor as of yet. We are currently walking up Jarvis. So we're going north towards Wellesley right now. Halloween is tomorrow, so theoretically, there should be plenty of options to go for. Hello, Sam. Welcome to Toronto. We are currently on our way up and at 'em. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Everything seemed to be working, and then I just got some weird flashes on the microphone. So if there's any issues there, please let me know. I assume normally people let me know either way, but we're on the hunt, so we're going to see what we can find. Thank you, good sir. Thank you, good person. Over there is the Keg Mansion. I mean, if we are talking Halloween stuff, it's usually a good place to go. Well-known establishment for being haunted. Allegedly, there's ghosts that live there. Allegedly, there's creepy things that happen there all the time. I have never worked at the Keg, but from people who I knew who did work at the Keg, very much the vibe. And also, if you look at it, absolutely looks like a place that would be creepy AF in the right situation. So, see if we can get a little bit of a better view of it. But the hope is that as we move east a little bit, we'll get some nicer spaces that have, you know, some crazier decor. I will say there is always the possibility of ranking them, and we can always let each other know how we think about it. So if you like it, maybe 1 to 5 bats, something like that. But here it is, the Keg Mansion. Big imposing structure. The Keg is a steakhouse. Pretty well-known brand here in Canada. But this venue in particular, very, very, just got a creepy vibe. But also a place where people have allegedly died. There is said to be a small little girl ghost who lives on the top floor. So keeping that in mind, keep your eyes open. Across the street is Jarvis Mansion. This is now an events menu, but used to be a space for the Jarvis family. They have, well, obviously not a lot there right now, but I am kind of surprised they don't have more decor up, because you kind of figure that would be a good place for them. Hey, Vasily. It's really nice to meet you the other day, buddy. I hope you can come out sometime and we can do a nice little walkabout. So, I met Vasily yesterday, 2 days ago, recently. Could I apply for model? You know what? I'm actually surprised you aren't already. Let me do this really quick. Woo woo, welcome to the club, buddy. Maybe get fish and chips. They are delicious in cold weather walking. Very popular in UK. I mean, I've heard the UK fish and chips is untouchable. So I just don't want to be ruined by, Toronto fish and chips attempting to keep up to the lofty standards of our British overlords. Say there is a single alien motif over there with the little UFO. Epic Nation HD for life. Welcome, buddy. Thank you for coming. Medano's here as well. Good to see you, buddy. All right. So I'm going to be checking out Cabbagetown because I feel like specifically this area is where we'll find some of the more, hopefully, just like not overly tacky stuff. But I mean, that's half the fun of Halloween decorations, is judging him. We met yesterday, which feels long ago. Thanks to the amazing good vibes. Thanks, buddy. Oh, it was really nice to meet you guys. I had the pleasure of meeting Yoshi, Alicia, and Kyle Walker yesterday. If you aren't connected to their channels, definitely check them out. We all offer our own unique takes on walks in Toronto. I try to come from more of the perspective of a tour guide and like my personal histories in Toronto. But we all have our unique stories, and that's what makes these walkabouts so special. We love it. And if I am not mistaken, we are now at 3-2 for the Jays. I hope that's correct, because if so, that would be good. I feel like that would be really good for Canada to win. But we'll see. Is the next game today or tomorrow? I could not tell you. Not place 3-2. Excellent. Look at me knowing this sports. I think that's so nice. I will say, not Halloween decor, but fall decor. People can leave their... Wait, the game is on the same time as Halloween? That seems oddly badly timed. Unless it's during the day, in which case, Oh, if they win and everyone's out and about, that would be so exciting. Game 6 tomorrow. Beautiful gardens. Well maintained. So no Halloween decorations over here, but theoretically we should be coming up to some. It's not, it's at 8. Well, that's just mean. Like, who will be up that late for, well, I guess everybody. I wonder if that will actually have an impact. I think there's a lot of things that are working against the Church Street Halloween thing this year, which might be why they decided to do a second party day. So I'll be going out and exploring those when they happen. Anyone who wishes to join, please do. I will be in my costume, which I hope to actually share on here beforehand, but we'll see. It's not, it's at 8. Oh, that's so weird. That's just... I mean, I guess that's when games start, but I also don't know when games start because, again, I don't sports. But I'm super happy that we're getting into sports. All right. So my suspicion is that the East Side will have some good stuff for us. But I am actually already surprised that there was a lack over there. But perhaps if we maneuver up and then over, we'll find some more. Hello, Sebastian. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the chat. It is not a warm day. Normally 7 to 7. I don't know why it's 8, but maybe because it's their other game. There's other games on. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if it might be lining up with the Dodgers time. So maybe it's like splitting the difference between Toronto and LA. That's who we're facing, right? LA Dodgers? Let me know. 10 degrees in the UK at the moment. It's actually just about the same temperature here. Very wet, very chilly, but nice enough. Yes, LA. Yeah. Again, I got 2 sports thing in a day. It's great. For Dodgers, it's 5 p.m. I mean, doesn't America get enough? Must we use their time as well? I guess if they started at 6, that would literally be like 9 o'clock here. So that would also be a problem. I don't know, maybe split the difference. Be like 4 o'clock there. I don't know. I don't know. I am not the sportsman. Beautiful flowers though. Surprised how many of them are still alive at this time of year, but this October hasn't been overly cold until recently, but it has been very wet. So it's a very wet time. But I hope you don't catch cold. You know what? Me too. I had a cold about a month ago, and back in August, I actually just got my septum pierced. Fun story. I'll tell you all about that sometime. But essentially, it was healing, but then my nose wouldn't stop running, and because my nose wouldn't stop running, it would just aggravate the septum piercing, which would cause my nose to run more. It was a nightmare. If you're gonna get a septum piercing, know that beforehand. It's not the most fun. 720p is the maximum quality option for me to watch the stream in. I believe that is the quality I am streaming in, just because when I use Prism, unfortunately that is as high as it goes. So it won't be crystal clear, but hopefully you at least get a sense of the surroundings. But then again, it is kind of amazing that this can even just exist at all. Because, hey, like 10 years ago, the idea of streaming your phone constantly throughout a city, like that's unheard of. That'd be crazy. No one would be able to do that. Very healthy nose to be running all the time. I couldn't even catch up. It's terrible. Is 1080p behind the paywall now? I'll have to double check that because I thought I had it at max settings, but if I don't, then I'll double check that because hopefully I can make that work. I just joined. How did a noise piercing come up in conversation? We were talking about cold, and because it is a chilly day outside, I was explaining how recently getting a nose piercing is not great for cold season because then you have constant nose irritation. Yeah. For Prism, it only goes to 1080p. Fair enough. Well, welcome, Interstate Man. I don't know if I said hello to you yet, but it's good to have you. We are on the hunt for Halloween decorations. And to be fair, I thought we'd have much more by now. But I figure if there's anywhere, it might be up in Rosedale. So let's check out the wealth of riches, the big expensive family homes, the people who can afford to have, as we call, the help. So, could use some heat packs. You know, that actually's not a bad idea. I mean, I say it's just warm enough for gloves right now, but apart from there, is it currently sprinkling out? It is. It's damp. It was raining a lot earlier. Okay, I had planned to do this stream at around noon here. And what happened was I walked out in the rain. I walked all the way down to the Eaton Center, which is about a 20-minute walk. And my plan was to walk the path, which is like a giant underground network of stores and businesses that connect most of downtown Toronto. And I got down there and realized that not only did I forget my microphone, I also forgot my gimbal. I was just like, well, that's great. That's just great. Since I became gluten-free, I've hardly ever had to deal with stuffy nose. Interesting. Yeah, 2 people in my family, so my sister and my mother, have both my sister discovered she is celiac. Like to an extreme, to the point where if she eats a little bit of gluten, she will bloat up and be in pain for the terrible, terrible pain all day. My mom is gluten sensitive, meaning that she just gets really offended when people mention gluten to her. But Yeah, my sister's actually like diagnosed and very much in that realm of like, if it starts raining out, do you still use your gimbal? I cooked mine on live last year when it was snowing. See, we're gonna find that out because I forgot my umbrella. Every time I have left the house today, I have forgotten something. My brain is not on right now, which is why I'm just like, you know what? Halloween decorations. We're gonna go for Halloween decorations. So if it rains, um, I might just melt into nothing and perish. But it's what we do. It's what we do for the friends, for the fans, for the loves. The path is over 22 miles of shops and food courts and always has great weather. It is. I love the path. It is something that does not get a lot of recognition, especially when people come here from out of the city. But the path is a bit of a marvel. It is the world's, if I'm not mistaken, it is the world's largest underground facility of malls and interconnected spaces. Uh, it is enormous, and you can literally walk from College State or from about Dundas Station all the way down to Union Station, all the way down to the CN Tower, all the way over to Massey, like all the way over to Roy Thompson Hall, which in our place I have to get through. But no brains, good way not to attract zombies. Fair enough. Also, this is a beautiful view, so rain walks are the best. Get a golf umbrella. See, that's smart. I would absolutely do that. But see, as nice as it is, like, sometimes it is just nice to go walking in the rain. Even if it's cold, even if it's a little gloomy. It's just one of those times where you're just like, when you do walk and it's a little colder, it just feels brisk. You wake up a little. It's just a nice feeling. We've had so little rain in the past few months in Toronto. We really have. Like, it's actually been quite interesting to see the weather patterns changing this year. I've talked about this a couple times. Was where when I went out to Calgary and Edmonton, everyone in Alberta was saying how they've never had this much rain before. And it was just a crazy rain season. And so when we went out to New Brunswick, they were saying how unusual it was that there was no rain at all. So it's literally like whatever was happening with the climate changing this season, everything was kind of located around Alberta and Manitoba, or Alberta and Saskatchewan, where they were just getting hammered with rain. And as such, it just didn't make it over here. So it's crazy to think about. I've taken many gimbal in the rain. I see, that's good. I'm hoping that like this one does well. In the UK, traffic light pedestrian buttons have additional tactile motors underneath that rotate for the deaf to feel to know that it's safe to cross. Do they have something similar in Canada? They do, actually. So if we next time I come to a light, I'll see if I can point it out for you. But a lot of our signals will have something specific that says press button for audio only. And normally the lights will just go, but if you hit the button, a sound will play, and you'll be able to hear that so that you can go across if you are visually impaired. So, however, a hole in the rain cloud will allow a nice look at Rosedale. The darkening of wetness, great sky will make for great views with the diffused lighting. To be fair, it is actually quite beautiful. These are the kind of days where like you almost want to be filming because everything comes through super clean. And even though the sky might be darker, everything around you is much, much brighter. All right, this is Elm Avenue. I see no Halloween decorations anywhere. Oh, this place has a skull, a fake animal skull on the window. There you go. We have found a Halloween decoration. Oh, literally across the street from these guys. There we go. Now we're talking. So I saw some of these over in another part of Rosedale. I just call them there's something about them that reminds me of J.D. Vance. Maybe it's a little too friendly, but there we go. We got some. I would give those. You know what? To a child walking up, that'd be creepy as heck. So I'll give them 2 bats. But if only for like the sheer imposingness of the inflatable pieces. Some of these homes are spooky. No need for decorations. Fair enough. I mean, if you have enough money to live in these places, you're probably going to be able to do, like, maybe Halloween doesn't mean as much to these people. That's fine. We don't judge. Beavers are great if one hears it, but not so if one is deaf. We have both underneath the buttons. Oh, I understand. So it would be like an actual vibration. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't quite understand that before, but I think that makes a lot of sense. Oh, that's cool, actually. Imagine trick-or-treating at that house. I feel like that you could turn that house into a scare house very easily. Just hide into bushes. Teslas run silently so the cars can sneak up on you. That is true. Ooh. I know that's not like a Halloween-y thing, but I'm just like, that's got the creepy factor. They could do something with that if they wanted to. Would you try the 1 chip challenge? I don't know what that is, but probably. Maddie, hey Yoshi, good to see you, buddy. It was really nice to meet you yesterday. Thanks for inviting me out. I think we ended up eating a lot of sushi. And then after that, I went to a movie that night and I pretty much had like a whole bag of popcorn. And just like, I still feel like I'm mostly salt. I am Lot's wife right now. That is how I feel. I drifted like that in front of my house growing up too. I mean, it's a nice idea. Oh, I see some stuff here. Never death chips. Okay. Sadly, I won't be here tomorrow for Halloween. Event got work at 4. Oh, that's fair. Well, it was lovely to have you. Okay. We have a pumpkin and a laurel on the door. So I'll give them 1 bat. But the pumpkin's well done. Well done. What movie did we see? I saw an advanced screening. I won tickets to it of a movie called Lesbian Space Princess. All right, here's some effort. Nicely done. If I'm grading on a curve right now, I will say this is probably, I'll give them 3 bats. I feel like effort was made. Does it look nice? Not necessarily, but effort was made. Sorry, the movie I saw was Lesbian Space Princess, and it was really, it was charming, it was sweet, it was funny, it was kooky, very different than what I was expecting, but yeah, it was fun and lighthearted and nice, so certainly something I enjoyed getting a chance to see. You were watching that movie yesterday, but next time I shall get you to try something new. Yeah, sounds good. Too much spice or too little is no good. 1 chips are lethal. Tough, though? I don't know. May not have to be another Live Eats, but I have an idea where. All right. Well, I do. Oh, here we go. Here's a jackpot place, it looks like. Okay. Upon initial inspection, good amount of pumpkins. Most of them inflatable, so that's automatically like points down for that one. But they got a glow-in-the-dark skeleton. That's fun. They got some webbing up, so that's nice. I would say that's a beautiful house. That's a really nice house. But like, I would say that's about like, I'll give 3 bats. I'll give 3 bats. Oh, I do hear screaming children, which I believe is a school. But if you could like use that to have like ambience, talk about letting your environment work for you in that case. Pardon me, the children are screaming. Yes, it's Halloween. It's like, oh right, yes, of course. One chip challenge has been heated at over 2 million Scoville heat units. Well, that sounds awful. But I'm just like, I don't know, maybe you see God. This looks like it might just go to a dead end. Have I dead-ended myself? Yes, I have. But there is a slot down here that goes onto the street. Do I trust that? Ooh, or creepy alley. Always creepy alley. One of my favorite houses in Rosedale is 12 May Street. All right. If I am by May Street, I will make a point to go over and check it out. Milk is recommended for sure. See, I'm lactose. So does that mean I'll just try it and like, I guess I will just, I would not enjoy it then. But like, are you supposed to eat the chip all at once? Or do you eat it like bit by bit? It's Rosedale. How creepy can it be? Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking there's like a lot of houses here. There's a lot of families here. A lot of them probably get into the spirit. But like, I don't know. So far, I'm thinking maybe I expected too much from this neighborhood. Do not eat it. All right. Well, now I don't know what you folks want. All right, we're going to pass over here. That's a nice tree there. Sad to see that so many leaves have fallen down, but one thing you will notice about Toronto is that most of the trees here are deciduous, meaning that a lot of these trees are trees that have their leaves come off during the winter. It wasn't until the past 10 years, or about 30, 40 years or so, that they actively started to incorporate more deciduous trees. So more coniferous trees. So more of the pine trees and all that sort of stuff here. But yeah, like naturally, those are more likely to be grown north, like towards the Canadian Shield. But even just getting a few of them here now, you have to go to, okay. I will say not Halloween themed, but I will say that's very deliberately like autumnal themed. And I'll say that's a 2-star, because at least it looks nice. Sorry, 2 bats. 2 bats. Oh, here we go. And here we go. Okay, this is what we wanted. I knew there had to be some here somewhere. Okay, we got like spiders on the netting. We have lots of inflatable stuff, all of which is terrifying. Special milk is available for people with lactose conditions. Fair enough. If you don't know the area, you'll get spun out on Bering, north, south, east, west. Okay. Leaves falling. It's almost November. I hope there are falling leaves. Oh, you can actually like actively see falling leaves here. Okay. Okay. Is this too much? Maybe. But like if I was a kid and I saw all of that, I would appreciate it. I would say this house like solid 4 bats. Solid 4 bats. And the only reason it's not a 5-bat situation is because it's all a little scattered. Like they got everything. It's almost like it has a muchness, which I do like. I do like chaos. But you know what? 4.5 bats. 4.5 bats. Oh, spider themed? Everything. Okay, that's easy 5 bats. Easy 5 bats. How many subscribers and video watch time does your channel need to become monetized and receive hype buttons? I would need 500 subscribers and I need 3,000 watch hours. But the good news is I have just this weekend passed 1,000 watch hours for the first time. So I'm going to say that is very promising. And we did that in about a month and a half. So hopefully that continues to go from here. I just saw this, a muchness. I'll say like a significant amount of effort has been made here. I would say that's four bats for sure. But then over here, this one caught my eye and I'm just like, oh, easy 5 bats. Okay. They got the graveyard theme. They've got the skeletons all the way up. That one with lights in its eyes and body. So smartly done. Giant skeleton. Do thumbs up help your channel? I mean, they can't hurt my channel, so that's good. 3 bats and 1 crow. You know what? That's good. That's good. I want to know what you folks think and which ones you're liking. We'll call this one Bone Holla. So Bone Holla, easy 5 bats. But like, I'm actually gonna get our peek at that spider one. I'm just like, okay, that one's legitimately actually kind of terrifying. Easy five bats. Just gonna like, even if just for that giant spider with like the legs sticking out, it's like, well done, friends, well done. You need to get to Manali and walk in the snow to Lee. That sounds, I'm gonna guess that's in India based off of the flag you put, but that sounds beautiful. I'd love to. Man, could you imagine doing walking stuff in India? That'd be so cool. Tombstones are morbid. Oh, is there another view of this? There is. Like, they went all out. I love that. The 2 arms at the top. Yeah, if I was a kid, that's terrifying. Skeletons have nobody to dance with. No body. Oh, I see what you did there. Well done, my friend. Well done. Why didn't the skeleton go to the dance? Didn't have the guts. I know way too many skeleton jokes. When I see a heavily gated property, I want to go right up to the front door just to make a point. Fair enough. Welcome. Why, when, what, how? Good to have you. We are currently ranking all of the Halloween decoration places we come to. We're doing this on a scale of 1 to 5 bats. We're currently in Rosedale because, you know, stuff happens. Hope Ukraine and Russia resolve it. I mean, I think we all do. I don't think anyone's wanting that war to go on any longer. Okay, we got some cobwebs, not even pulled out to make it look, so it just kind of looks like toilet paper, and a couple little ghosties. Well, that's an easy 1 bat, but most other things are good. Oh, this was something, and it fell over, which, you know, we'll give them an E for effort. But also, look at this house. Like, I'm surprised this house doesn't have any Halloween-y stuff. Oh, wait, it does in the front. Never mind. I was like, that house is, like, made for it. Skeletons have a bone call to make. Bone call, as in phone call. I understand. There we go. I get there eventually. I wasn't thinking in that joke. Yeah, if you got any terrible Halloween jokes, lay them on me. Okay, like, this can go either way because I appreciate their dedication, but after seeing what other people have done, like, I like the horror of it. The front part, I'm gonna controversial. 2 bats. Maybe 3 bats. No, 3 bats. 3 bats. Effort's been made. Stuff is hanging, which is always creepier. Yeah, 3 bats. Okay. See, this is what I was expecting when we came over here. Okay. We have a chrome skeleton, some spiders. We have a fallen ghost and a creepy clown. I mean, yeah. I will say 2 bats. 2 bats. Do they have many roundabouts in Canada? They are becoming more common, especially in areas, more rural areas. You're going to find a lot of them. But, yeah. Okay. A nice aesthetic. Simple. They're going the minimal route. But then you come over here. You have a bunch of, like, bones in the ground. But, you know, some effort made. The big skeleton is the crowning, that's the crowning achievement there. And I will say 2 bets. 2 bets. 3 bets? That one you can debate. I'm curious to let you know. Oh, I see, like, so many people have these large skeletons, especially in this area. But this one has a bone dog. And for some reason, the bone dog has ears, but we're not going to go into that right now. A little skeleton in front. He's just chilling, having a good time. Okay, clear effort. Good choice of synchronized colors. So purple and orange. Aesthetically, well done. I would say big skeleton. I'll say the big skeleton adds to it. So I would, 3 bats? I think we're comfortable with 3 bats there. I don't know if I'm going left or right. You know, I'm going to go left. 4 bats? You think so? All right. You know what? If I'll give it I will give it 3 because I feel like the synchronized color of the pumpkins added to the aesthetic. So I will give it 3. I think it's a safe 3, but maybe not quite a 4. I feel like the ones that have really stood out so far are the bone ones, the bone one that we saw, and the spider one. Like those 2 are the easy 5 stars. But raccoon? Raccoon or cat? I think it's a cat. But perhaps I can hunt it regardless. Matti, how'd you end up here? Well, I saw an animal. And instead of thinking it was a bad idea to try to pet it. Curious to see your 5 then. It's a pretty decked out yard. You know what? We're going to find, like, there's going to be a couple more here that will be, like, amazing. But the 5-star ones was just, like, gone all out. Super, super impressive bones, like, everywhere. Very clean. Someone in the U.S. made a Halloween design to look like their home was on fire. It was getting too realistic. They kept getting firefighter visit. Oh, no. Okay, I would say inflatable pumpkins. We got a skull on top. I would say simple, good. I'll give 2 bats. 2 bats. Remember, as we go on and we see more, the rating system gets harder and harder to crack into because you have to be more and more impressed by what you see. But here we go. Ooh, homemade. Homemade instant added star for whatever it would be before because, you know, they're going extra effort. For rent cost 206 bones. The number of bones in the human body. Don't you know? Fair enough. I would say 3 bats? 3 extra love for the handmade because that's always good. That's funny. I mean, here's the thing. Like, fire is such a primal fear in people that when we see it naturally, like, it's one of those things that will inevitably or like absolutely draw people together because like when you see fire, people take action because they're just like, we want to make sure that like other people don't get hurt. All right, we have some spider webbing. We've got some little ghosties, little ghost angel. The huge bill for the call, right? Oh my gosh. Oh, they even got like some of those bone spiders. Okay, I'm going to say like, I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3 bones. Sorry, 3 bats. Forgot my own rating system as we did it. A little bit of like white pumpkins over there with a little scarecrow. You know, I'll give it a bat. Not sure if that counts, but you know, one's being generous. So wait, every time the fire department got called on them, they would have to pay because someone else called it for them? I mean, that's unfortunate. Oh, here we go. Good mix of garden, House of Horrors, Keep Out Condemned. Fair enough. Cute. All right, effort made. I like how it incorporates into the fall garden that's there. Is it the most impressive? No, but like, save 2 bones. Sorry, bats. Save 2 bats. Gosh dang it, what am I doing now? Forgetting my own system again. Y'all, that's a bat. That's a bat. After the first call, it's on the owner. I mean, I guess that's fair. Maybe you could like call the fire station to be like, if anyone calls something to this space, know that it's not this. I don't know, maybe. But then again, that is unfortunate. Man, some of these houses are just beautiful though. Getting to look through. All right, we got some. Man, this is like I didn't realize this was as much of a pet peeve until I stopped to think about it. But like those thick, heavy spider webs that they then don't pull apart. I'm just like, well then, what's the point? You just made it look like you have like shower curtains around your thing. It's using pumpkins and actual gourds, so that's fine. But I'd say that's a 1 bat. That's absolutely a 1 bat. Be cool to see some Irish colors in Halloween since Ireland created it. Yeah, that's true. Oh, here we go. Anytime I see the big skeletons, I'm just like, all right, something special here. Ooh, also beautiful colors on the tree. All right, let's see what they did. Okay, yeah, here we go. These people are going all out. I will say, well, they got the big skeleton, but that's doing most of the heavy lifting here. We got the spiders on top. I would argue between a 3 and a 4. So I would say like definitely at least 3 bats. Could be argued for 4 bats because at least they've done some stuff out here. But again, like, I wonder if it's just doing that because it's wet, because it was raining. But it's like when it just looks like this, it just doesn't quite look. See, this looks good. That's what you need to do. You need to pull it apart a little bit. Look at the salmon color. Tremendous. Fair. Yeah, I mean, technically, like, most of our trees are being done in Ireland colors. That's something, right? When you become monetized, you may want to set up a dedicated PayPal account for donations. YouTube takes 30% cut each time. Oh, I didn't know that. But that's a very helpful tip, actually. I do already have one, but I should actually like make that more front and center, perhaps. All right, they got a couple little spiders up there. Simple pumpkins going down. Got a couple skeleton ghosties outside. And we have a little dragon over here. Inflatable dragon. That's kind of adorable. Simple, good. I'll be generous and give that'll be a 2 batter. Some of the homes in Rosedale make me think of the Home Alone house. If I'm not mistaken, isn't the Home Alone house in Toronto? That might not be true, but I'm pretty sure it is. And if it is, we could actually be right by it. And if we are, then we are absolutely finding it one day. Home Alone house was in the suburbs of Chicago. I mean, that makes sense. For some reason, I thought the facade or something was done here. But then again, I have no idea. that's kind of before my time of being in the industry. So I did have to do an interview. I did have to do an audition today for Ronald McDonald House Children's Charities, where I had to make my voice sound sad for kids and stuff. Okay, simple. I was some effort made. 2 bats. These all have no bats. No bats at all. But also, like, to be fair, just gorgeous houses. Ventures in Babysitting was filmed in Toronto. I knew that one. Yeah. I can't remember who was in it. Okay. This is a case of some effort being made, but not a lot. This was a case of the dad was tired. I was just like, you know what? It's fine. I struggle to give that one a 2-star, but based on my own, that's great. It's my own system. I made it up. I'm doing this all, but I'm winging this entirely. I get one bad. They'll be happy with that bad. Saw an old map at the Toronto Archives showing streetcar rails all throughout there. Yeah. Well, a lot of our streetcars are actually still active, but I do believe that there was some up in this area that have just kind of not held up over time. So, have I made it back around? And now I'm just going to be going south through. I guess I am. Well, I tried to stay in Rosedale, and inevitably it's just like, you know what? You get out. It's like, well, it's fair enough. I don't deserve to be here. I will say that was a very, very particular pungent smell of skunk. And I don't think it was the fun smell of skunk. But, yeah. Are the yellow road markings reflective? They add a reflective sand to UK markings. Choja. Okay. I will say they're not... These ones I don't think are, but I know that some places do. Especially in Northern Ontario, a lot of the roads there are designed specifically with reflective markers in mind. And they do a good job. Like, they actually keep people, safe and alert. But, yeah. There was a radial car that went up Yonge Street almost all the way to Newmarket. That's really cool, actually. All right. So that's the end of the first part of our Halloween decoration journey. Oh, they got one more. They put 2 wreaths on the outside and an Irish clover in the middle, which was probably there already. You got a couple pumpkins on the way. 1 star. Oh, sorry, 1 bat. But see, I have to create a new rating system every time I do something, just so I constantly forget what the rating system is and then continually screw myself up. Because that just seems very on brand for me. Skunk is putrid. It's been smoked too much lately. You're not wrong. It's like, that's crazy. I haven't smoked anything in hours. It's terrible. No. The glass beads are expensive and high maintenance. I don't remember them being... Well, then again, I know very little about road maintenance. I just kind of know from my experience in North Bay what it was like growing up there and kind of what I heard from people there. But yeah, I can't say for sure one way or the other how that would operate. But at the very least, we're going to get some beautiful views of the valley. We were down here the other day with me and Rob. You can check that video. It's really, 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 really lovely space. And actually, this kind of works out, because just about here was where my gimbal gave out. So we're actually going to get to see a lot of the spaces that I would have shown last time, but now I can actually take some time and proudly display them. But I will say my name is Matti McLean. I am Toronto. I am a tour guide who has worked in Toronto for the past few years. I specialize in giving people small private tours of the city and the history and a lot of personal anecdotes and stories that kind of fill in the gaps. If you ever want to book me for anything, or you have any friends visiting Toronto, please let them know about me. Every little bit helps. And you can find my links in the description to Viator and TripAdvisor, and soon, hopefully, Airbnb if they ever actually approve me. But there. Lovely bridge and beautiful view. Aw, it is really nice here. The great photo of Toronto first electric cars and one hanging over that bridge. Oh, I'd like to see that photo, actually. The original London Bridge is now in US, Arizona, if I'm not mistaken. Huh. That doesn't make any sense at all. Well, I guess it fell down, so Fergie had to get it somewhere. All right, we got another one over here. 2 skeletons on the side, batch of pumpkins. That's it. Well, that's a bet. Here we go. Someplace else coming up here. By the way, if you want me to do more of these tomorrow, I will happily go into another neighborhood in the daytime and just slag off everything I see. Ooh, movement. That signifies a higher bill. It's in the Toronto Archives. That's super cool. It was brought by an American and shipped in pieces over here. That's so weird. All right. Okay, we have a cat head that moves. We have a thrilling, creepy clown. We've got a dragon that doesn't move. We have a ghost over there. We have a spider. Okay, as impressive as the air pieces are, I will say that's a two-bat. Not really cohesive. Kind of just placed in the front, but also fun in its own way. It's like I'm not hating on them. Actually, I am, because that's more fun. People have bad taste, so sometimes we can have fun with that. I hope the rain keeps up, way up. Oh, me too. I mean, here's the thing. Look at this house. That's a beautiful house. Like, absolutely stunning. Gorgeous, gorgeous row in front. And then you just have these giant, like, inflatable nothings. I mean, I guess they make decoration easier. I'm just like, is that necessary? Is that necessary? Okay. 2 bats. I'll be generous. A cat is the clause in the plan. Cat is the clause in the plan. Like a clause, like at the end of a plan? Cat. We'll figure that one out later. All right, looks like they got a little one over there. We got some crime scene stuff. We got the skeleton. I would say 2 bats. No, 1 bat. That's a 1 batter. I'm getting too nice now. Actually, no, 2 bats. If effort is made, it's 2 bats. Cat claws. Oh, I get it now. All right, giant inflatable black cat. They pack away nice and neat. Okay, yeah, fair enough. But I'm just like, doesn't make them less ugly. But I will say, the sheer size of this one is kind of impressive. So, like, all right, I'll give you that one. Mind you, that's the only thing they have up. So I'm going to say 2 bats, but that's like a soft 2 bats. I don't see anything else around here, but you know what? We're gonna go back. As every episode of Bob's Burgers is full bars, always full bars. Do you guys remember? See, now I just get mean. I'm just like, oh, you know what? No effort. 1 bat. Okay, it has an Oogie Boogie and a Bone Dragon. I haven't seen either of these yet, so they get a pass. I will go 2 bats. 2 bats. Bunch of gourds. Pumpkin spiced porches. Oh, I get it. So they're doing, oh, that's cute. Okay. Well, if they're advertising, they're doing a good job. So I will say like, 3 bats. 3 bats because they're promoting their own stuff. That's a bat. That's a single bat. And they'll be happy about it. All right, here we have lazy skeleton, drunk ghost, spider in the webs. Effort was made. Okay. Really see that, but it does have the dangly bits. The bar was set very high. No one's gonna touch that spider house, I don't think. Because why bother? Your landscape mess right now, so every little bit helps. And you'd be like, yeah, I guess so, man. This is 1. This is 1 bad. Like, if you're gonna have the fences, like, why so few? It's not keeping anyone out. It's not keeping anyone in. That's the problem with the fences, is they are impractical. Actually, I'm just going to point this out. This house, just by benefit of it existing, this house gets three bats. Just because I'm just like, that's actually like a creepy house. If you get 2 skeleton dogs were my choice for number 1. That was great. Like that one, literally, I love how they're across the street from each other. And now that I think about it, I'm just like, I really hope that those 2 families are just like rivals and they just constantly are just like, hi, Helen, look at my pot stickers. And they'd be like, my pot stickers are better than your pot stickers. And then they would just be angry all the time. Here's another. Yeah, because I noticed like in the areas where it's just like one family's trying really hard, everyone else tries really hard. But this one's just like, well, we're busy. Just like, you know what? You are busy. 2 bets. Think someone is sleeping in the white van? See, that's how you scare kids. Stay in the van. If you got 2 yard brushes from the hardware store, you got yourself a car. Broom, broom. Fair enough. Fair. Did you hear about the 2 drums and a cymbal that fell off a cliff? Ba-doom-ch. Lay your bad jokes on me, friends. I have more in return. I've actually forgotten a lot of my bad jokes. But that's what happens when you stop dating them. Over here. Okay. More effort made. I would give them the dubious honor of best on street. But, you know, they're no Meryl. I would say, I'll be generous at 2. But like maybe like a 2.5. Because at least something's happening there. Oh, here we go. I see effort. Maybe not a lot of effort, but I see some effort. Do you do stand-up? Only when I get out of bed. Oh. By the rules of the game, effort was made. 2 bets. This one, however, this is a 3-batter. This is absolutely a 3-batter. They've got the maybe even 4. Let me know what you think, because this one's sitting like between the 3 and the, oh no, it's a 4. Easy 4. It's got a purple spider on the roof. That's nicely done. The ghost, but like the spider work, very nice. There you go. Effort. If only for like that spider web piece. Just like, you know what? I'll take it. It's good. It's good. I'd give that 4 bats. Not an easy 4 bats, but like, especially considering what's around it, just like, oh, you guys actually care. Hi, Timmy. Great to see you. And to be fair, I don't do stand-up. I would like to, though. I feel like it's something that I would be... I have done a lot of improv and I have done a lot of comedy. So I feel like I would be at a nice intersection between a lot of different things. But we'll see how it goes. Those are expensive-looking dooryards. Yep. Cooked sprouts and chocolate for trick-or-treaters. That's evil. I love it. I'm doing that. Actually, no. Sprouts are expensive. Let's just make it easy and get rocks. I did this because I was a postman for 20 years. The best part is I don't have all that stuff to deliver now. I mean, cheers to you, Richard. Funny enough, I am doing this because I cannot get a job to save the life of me. So I figured, you know what? While I'm waiting, let's do something that I can be really passionate about. And I was just like, you know what? Let's just get into business for myself. And so I started my touring company. Now here we are. We'll say it is starting to rain, so I might have to hang this up soon. But the important thing is that here coming up, we got a couple more. Oh, this place has a jack-o'-lantern that has been carved. So I would say that's an easy jack-o'-lantern carved. It's still a bat. That's just one bat, but I like spreads with Italian seasoning and olive oil. Oh, so good. Less money on your mustache and more on 1080p. I mean, rude, but that's okay. Oh, good Lord. Haven't seen that one yet, so that's good. By the way, you know mustaches don't actually cost money, right? Unless you're a drag king. I suppose they would. Oh, there's squirrels going. Funny enough, you're not the first person to say that tonight, so I might actually check it out and see if I can actually do 1080p on Prism, but I'm pretty sure there's a restriction there somewhere, so I'm gonna have to check into that. Oh, here we go. Here's some good stuff coming up. I don't do 1080p on that. Yeah, just a limitation of the limitation of the medium, I guess. Okay, ghost train, spatters on a bush. Hey, Neville, good to see you. Could probably afford 1 square meter on the street. I mean, that's too much for me. I would, I mean, again, effort was made. It's more than just one thing. I would say 2 bats, easy 2 bats. Telling you that you should. Hello, Neville. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you. In ye olden days, they used to point mustaches with wax. Yeah, that's what I have to do that when I actually decide to point the mustache. Sometimes I just let it not droop, but do it now. But I just checked Doppler radar. Rain will be light. It's not off for the next 2 hours or so. Well, that's good. City of Toronto needs to step up the level of New York City when it comes to Halloween decorations. See, I agree with you. Like, I thought there would be more, but don't get me wrong, not mad at what's here. But definitely, I think there are some that I might have expected a little bit more from. Coming over here, more stuff. And at this point, a lot of the inflatable stuff is just kind of looking the same to me. So I would say like That's a bat. That's a one batter. There's this big lawn and like a skeleton. It's not going to scare the kids. We want trauma, mama. Rainfall warning for California tomorrow. Fair enough. Yeah. Gosh, I really hope it doesn't rain for Halloween. That'd be disappointing. Which, you know, I'm used to, but also. Ooh. I mean, to be fair, creepy churches always get an advantage. But oh yeah, it's definitely starting to rain a little. So I might have to hang this up. Is it just stereotypes that other cultures think all Canadians say A? Sort of. It's definitely something that Canadians used to say a lot more of. And then in the past little while, it's kind of died out a little. I don't know if it's just like because people expect us to say it, we didn't say it as much. But like every now and then I'll say it. And people will be like, oh, you said A. I'm just like, oh, I guess I did. So it's just one of those moments where you're just like, all right. Okay, I mean, come on, church. This is good. This is good. Church making an effort for Halloween. I never thought I'd see the day. Good on you, Rosedale United Church. Also, how did I end up back in Rosedale? That's the real question. 66, my eyebrows are getting kind of wild. Should I use wax to control it? Normally what I would suggest to people is my partner does hair. And whenever I go and get my hair done, they'll usually just take a trim to my eyebrows as well. But I like to say A at Yanks. That's fair. I absolutely just ended back at Rosedale. I somehow did a giant circle and had no idea. Wow. I don't even know how I did that. How is my phone already dying? Good Lord. That's okay. It's raining a little. It's getting misty. I'll try to catch some of the other haunted establishments that we've seen. Oh, thanks for coming by, Sam. It's good to have you. And to my new friends, I'll look at the 1080p, but I'm also realizing it is misting, so I hope that it's not actually affecting the, like, it's very wet. It's getting wetter, which is always, you know, something. It's the giant cat again. All right, so the lesson here is that don't trust me to get you home once we leave Rosedale, because perhaps you just end up going in circles. I'm not saying I am in a time loop, but at this point I have no solid proof that I'm not. There we go. Go Jays, go. I mean, to be fair, if they win, that'll be truly spectacular. And oh my goodness, what a boon for the city. And for like the country. Let's be fair. We love Americans. We're not crazy about America right now. Wait a minute. I didn't cross the bridge at all. I'm going north. Oh, gosh dang it. Well, going down the street then. Don't forget to smash the like button. It's totally free and most appreciated. It absolutely is. If you're here for the first time, thank you very much. I do like to remind people, my name is Matti McLean. I am a tour guide in Toronto. My company is called Toronto. I'm running it all independently by myself. So if you are in Toronto and would like a special tour, or if you know someone coming to Toronto and would like to recommend them for me, please help me spread the word about what it is we do. And hopefully we can have some nice, successful collaborations in the future. So. I do want to point out one thing. I am wearing a hat. You can probably see it in the thumbnail, the nice black hat that says Kraken on it. I got this hat years ago, and for months, I thought I had lost it. And it turns out that for about 2 years, it was literally just sitting in the pocket of a jacket that I hadn't worn. So, that was absolutely something that I did, where it's just like, oh no. We can push this a little further. So let's. Oh, by the way, to anyone who does celebrate, happy Halloween. Halloween is. Oh, Juanita's here. Hello, darling. Good to see you. I was just letting everybody know. Halloween was something I was not allowed to celebrate when I was growing up. Some of you might know, my father and mother were pastors of a church in Northern Ontario, and as such, very particular about demons and like evil and all of that nonsense. And some of the things that we weren't allowed to do was trick or treat. We were not allowed to go out in costume for Halloween because that was evil. We weren't allowed, beautiful little falling leaf for our friend there. We weren't allowed to eat Lucky Charms because luck was from Lucifer, and that therefore was not from God. All right, we have a little display over here. Skeletons, ghosts, and blue jays. You know what? Normally one bat, but in this case we'll give it one bat and 2 birds. Don't wear any red colored hats. They might be mistaken for another type of hat. Not saying what, but we all know. Fair enough. At this point, I just can't imagine anyone, after the way that he said Yosemite. Anyone see this? He doesn't even know Yosemite, like he's Yosemites. Just like, what? What? Anyways. Ugh. I shall be the great evil one. Nah, you ain't so evil. Ooh, we got some. But yeah, we never carved pumpkins. It got so strange. At one point in my childhood, instead of having a Halloween party, they opened up the church so that we had an All Hallows Eve party, and you had to come dressed up as your favorite Bible character. By the way, I thought those were carved pumpkins. They are not. I one bat. One bat at this point. Ooh. Ooh. Big skeleton, though. So that's, oh, here's another one sooner. Skeleton tree. Well, that's all. If they had like a bunch of skeletons in the tree and it was like a Twisted Christmas, for sure. I'm going to be generous and say two bats. 2 bats here. Black squirrels. We got some in the UK too. Yes. What if someone came dressed as Satan? That's a Bible character. Well, that's the thing. Is like, I'm sure some people did. But like, why did they think that was a good idea? The Bible's not like... Anyways. The Bible is a curious choice to pick from. It's like, I could have gone as the biblically accurate angel, but who knows what. I don't even remember what I went as. Remember one of my friends went as Goliath, and they had like coffee cans on their feet? That was clever. But I'm just like... All right, the giant skeleton gets them an extra thing. Spiders on the building. Easy to, arguably 3 bats, I would say. But yeah, so Halloween for me is something I never even got to really experience outside of school until middle school. And at that age, everyone had like kind of grown out of trick-or-treating. But I was still just like, I want candy. Will someone go trick-or-treating with me? And then a couple of my friends did, but then we would go and, you know, be hooligans after. Big skeleton, a couple tombstones, some effort made. I like the pumpkins in the hand. I'll give that one two. I'll give that one two bats. 2 bats. And they got a little spider web in the tree over here. An Irish forestry department can't count more than 3 trees. Oh no. Oh no. All right, some effort made. They did the thing I hate, which is where they the spider webs all bunched up. But there's some spiders there at least. And there's a single bone spider here, which these things piss me off more than anything. Because I'm just like, spiders don't have bones. They have exoskeletons. I would say that one's 2 bats. This place over here, 1 bat. I'm done being nice. I have 10 battery left, so I'm just like, you know what? All right. So you can see there's some of the beautiful Toronto skyline. We are heading back into society, so I shall have to signal off in the next little bit. But for those who say brick buildings are better than wooden counterparts, they last way longer. Oh, for sure. Also, a lot more, funny enough, a lot more integrity issues with like brick and steel rather than wood. But would you build a house of wood? I would if I could. It's wood. I like how brick looks. Well, after talking to Randy, like he pointed out how Toronto is so iconic for its red bricks. And it wasn't something I realized until I actually looked around. I was just like, yeah, it kind of is. So any building that has like red bricks, A, was probably come from the Brickworks, which we visited with Patrick. But then B is also just kind of like a nice little part of history, which is nice. Anyways, unfortunately, I must call this short, but it is starting to rain a little heavily and I should probably get back. But thank you for joining us. This was a lot of fun, actually. I hope to come out and make fun of some more Halloween decorations tomorrow. Until then, be nice to each other, and we'll see y'all very soon. Like and subscribe. Oh, sorry, like and subscribe. Tell your friends, all that stuff. Tell everybody. Hopefully we can see you all very soon. And yeah, have a great day.